Last year, I moved into a small rented house on the edge of town. It was cheap, too cheap, and the owner seemed desperate to rent it out. He only said one thing before giving me the keys. "Don't stay in the living room after midnight." The first few days were normal, but every night, around 12:15 a.m., I'd hear faint knocking from the walls. Soft at first, then louder, closer. One night, I decided to ignore his warning and sat in the living room past midnight. At exactly 12:30, the lights flickered. The air turned ice cold. Then, from the corner of the room, I saw a woman sitting on the old sofa, her hair wet, her eyes wide and empty. She whispered, "Why are you here?" I froze. The next second, every window and door slammed shut. She stood up and started walking toward me, leaving wet footprints on the floor. I ran to my room, locked the door, and stayed there until morning. The next day, I packed my things and left. Later, I found out from a neighbor that a woman had drowned in the bathtub of that house years ago. She used to sit in that same living room every night, waiting for her husband, the man who never came back. Since then, no one stays in that house for more than a week. Some places aren't meant to be lived in, because the dead never moved out. It all started when Emily moved into her new apartment. The place was old but cheap, perfect for her tight budget. While unpacking, she found something strange in the storage closet. A small porcelain doll, with cracked cheeks, glassy blue eyes, and a faded pink dress. A tag around its neck read, "Don't throw me away." Emily thought it was just creepy decoration left by the last tenant. She placed it on a shelf and forgot about it. But that night, she heard soft footsteps in the hallway. When she turned on the light, no one was there, only the doll, now lying on the floor, facing her bedroom door. Over the next few days, weird things kept happening. The doll kept changing its place. Sometimes it was on the couch, other times on her bed. Once, Emily woke up to find it sitting on her chest, its cold glass eyes inches from her face. Terrified, she decided to get rid of it. She threw the doll into a dumpster far away from home. But the next morning, it was back on her shelf. Dirty, but smiling wider than before. Emily called the landlord, who told her something she'll never forget. The last tenant left that doll. She said it belonged to her daughter, the one who died here. That night, the lights flickered, and a child's laughter echoed through the apartment. Emily ran out screaming. She never returned. The apartment still stands empty. But people say at night, you can see a little girl through the window, brushing the hair of her favorite doll. It was 2007 when the Miller family moved into a big old house on the outskirts of town. The price was shockingly low, and the realtor said the previous owners left suddenly. They thought it was their dream home. But the dream didn't last long. The first night, Emma Miller heard a woman screaming from the basement. Her husband ran downstairs, but it was empty, only cold air and old furniture. They laughed it off as pipes or wind, but the screams came again the next night. This time louder, longer, closer. Strange things began to happen. The youngest son, Luke, said he saw a bleeding lady walking through the hall at night. Doors slammed on their own. Lights flickered even after changing the bulbs. The family tried to record the noises, but every time they hit record, the camera shut off by itself. One night, Emma couldn't sleep. Around 2:45 a.m., she heard whispering right outside her bedroom door. Then a blood-curdling scream echoed through the entire house. She ran to her children's room, but they were sound asleep. When she turned back, She saw something in the hallway, a dark figure crawling on the walls, screaming like a dying woman. The next morning, the family packed their things and left the house forever. The police later revealed something Emma would never forget. Years earlier, a woman had been murdered in that same basement. Her body was never found. Even today, neighbors say that if you walk past the house on a quiet night, you can still hear her screams.